Glitch and Gooseworks have released a trailer and a ton of new teasers, but nearly all of them don't mention Zooble and Gangle. In the most recent teaser, we saw Ragatha, but we've seen her in previous teasers as well. We've also seen Gangle, but Zooble is far more interesting. What's more intriguing, though, is that these new teasers' hidden passages have some intriguing secrets of their own. All of these teasers are directly tied to the second episode of the amazing digital circus, and I can confirm that Jax, Kinger, and Pomni will appear in the new Candy Canyon location. Hello everyone, dear friends! I'm very glad that the creators delight us with such spoilers. Write your comments and your theories, what you think about it, and whoever finds the hidden Gooseworks avatar in this video will get a secret spoiler about episode 2 and a subscription from me. And here we go. Based on the most recent teasers, we will also see Kane and Ragatha there. However, what can happen to Zooble? And why is she not in the trailer or in this teaser where all the characters are gathered? I get the feeling that Zooble may abstract in the second episode or a little later. First off, I can confirm that we have only seen her in one official teaser screenshot. Based on the silhouette, we can infer that she replaced some parts. I have a theory that Glitch and Gooseworks may be purposefully withholding her from us in order to avoid revealing her new image. But that isn't the main issue. If you recall Zooble from the first episode, she seemed very aloof from the other characters, and I believe this is because she doesn't yet fully understand that where she's gotten to is real. However, it's possible that she doesn't really care. For example, at the end of the first episode, she was sitting at the communal table in the final scene, but in the teaser, she wasn't there with the others, and everyone was sitting very melancholy, as if Zooble had become abstract. If you recall, Gooseworks posted that the third episode would be about Zooble, but we exposed Gooseworks' deception just 2 days prior, and it had to do with Glink Queen, as initially stated, then denied it a little while later. However, based on a comment under an earlier video, I'm positive that Zooble is the character who was abstracted first. She was gone from the pilot lot for the most of the game because the Gangle took her apart, and she didn't return until the very end. As we recall, she dislikes completing missions from Kane. Neither the digital circus nor the game developers gain from this because it would be simpler to replace Zooble with a character who will abide by the rules. What part might Zooble play in Candy Canyon? That's why Kane attempted to get rid of her in the first episode, which is why the Gangle tore her apart. Given that she can alter her parts, she could have made a special appearance. In this way, even if she doesn't take part in Kane's quest, she would still be able to assist the characters in need. For instance, if Zooble's hand is a hook, she could easily obtain something or save a character. However, Zooble will still be around for a while, and it's possible that all of the characters will experience hardships before being fully realized at the end of the show. I believe that none of you would want to lose your favorite character, even though there may be some that we don't see in particular episodes but will still have more screen time in subsequent ones. Next, I'd like to go into more detail about these subterranean tunnels, which are most likely going to be found underneath the entire Candy Canyon. I have a notion that perhaps these tunnels, which are somewhere in the corners of the circus tent, will bring our players to Candy Canyon, where the action of the second episode will most likely take place. We have a photo of Jax climbing out and waving at us from some tunnel. This is an additional means by which the characters will be able to reach Candy Canyon. It's possible that the route from the circus will end at the frosting field, where the characters will mount a jelly elephant. However, once they arrive at Candy Canyon, the locations will be concealed in remote areas and will have their own secret routes. The characters in the first episode encountered Queen Glow-In through a hole in the floor. However, in the second episode, the tunnels may be more elaborate and new underground paths may appear, enabling the heroes to reach their destination more quickly, or conversely, to avoid any trouble. We can't yet predict what adventures and potential dangers our heroes may face while carrying out Kane tasks, and it's also possible that some hints may be hidden for the characters. They will make it possible to escape the digital circus, but is this place really a subterranean tunnel, or did Jax merely discover a secret room? What do you think? Write your thoughts in the comments section. In relation to Gangle, we don't often see her in teasers and the trailer itself. Personally, I believe that she has very little chance of being distracted because she is accustomed to wearing a mask of sadness, so it won't make much of a difference if you give her a mask of joy. Since Gangle must change her inner state, I believe that she is exactly the same in real life. Perhaps she has long-standing resentment toward Jax, for example, for breaking her comedy mask. Perhaps she is waiting for the right opportunity to exact revenge on Jax. Jax, because when he poked her and broke her mask, she was upset that she was being treated unfairly. In light of this, I have a new theory about Kinger and the shotgun. If you look at it, Gangle is the one who interacts with Kinger the most, which validates my theory. What if Gangle, like Kinger in that picture, started beating someone up or worse, killed them? You could say that Kinger and Gangle have a greater chance of abstracting even more than Zooble, but Kinger has been in the digital circus for a while, so he's probably already accustomed to the strangeness and insults. You also have to acknowledge that Kinger should know this because he's been through a lot of his trials. The plot mostly revolves around Gangle, who wears a mask of sadness and is accustomed to her circumstances, but we don't know what her true desires are. What if Gangle finds happiness in Candy Canyon and her inner world changes here? Candy Canyon, the new location, has the potential to significantly lift everyone's spirits because it is so colorful, but we don't yet know what trials Kane has in store for us there. Because in one of the new teasers, Kane is shown in a dark, eerie area that resembles a haunted home, and that's probably where Kinger beat up Pomni. It is most likely Kane who forced Kinger to grab a shotgun and begin beating up Pomni. Even though Kane presents a favorable image of himself, I still believe that he is responsible for many frightening scenarios since, as an artificial intelligence, he may be programmed by the developers. Regarding Gangle and her past with Jax, I too have a theory. Maybe Kane or whoever is programming him will set up a scenario where Gangle just loses it and starts sweeping anything in his way. Since we don't know who forced Kinger to carry a shotgun, the situation with Gangle might be comparable, and she might even pose a threat to someone than Jax. Given that I have long felt that Kane is to blame for all of these circumstances, all of these explanations are extremely similar and have the potential to be accurate. To sum up, I think that, contrary to my assumptions, no one will be abstracted in the second episode because the program is still in its early stages and Glitch won't have the characters. We've only recently been exposed to removed. Perhaps in the second episode, someone will begin to gradually lose their mind, but they won't go away, in order to offer us a clearer foundation and let us know what to expect from these characters. I'm also hoping that Glitch or Gooseworks will at least provide us with some information about Zooble and Gangle. What are your opinions on Gangle and Zooble? Now we're going to touch on the rest of the characters a little bit, in particular, how Jax is treated. While Pomni is clearly a lot different from Regatta in that she was literally pulling her hair out, she is still extremely irritated with Jax, and is expressing it in a different way, by expressing her exhaustion from all the different things they have had to do, only to have Jax ruin everything. However, the fourth teaser is the most intriguing of them all. In this image, Jax is once again displaying one of his peculiar expressions, but this time it looks like he's popping out of a hole, which is possible that he's inside the kingdom and that he climbed a ladder to reach the top of the castle. However, based on the expression on his face, it appears that he knows he just did something wrong, even though he's trying to appear sarcastically innocent by holding his finger to his cheek in that way. This leads me to believe that episode 2 will be full of instances in which Jax likes to delay and ruin the adventure for the other characters, which could be the reason we saw Jax dressed like a fast food chain in the trailer. And that'll be all for me, dear viewers. Look forward to my new videos and subscribe to the channel. I have not much left until my channel will gather a whole 1,000 subscribers. See you in the next videos. Bye, everyone!